him to come. Why are we going to give him money? Get out of this place. The man wants to see me, and he wants to see me, and that's it. So for us, what is more important for us? We have a government. We said we have to plan to turn things around. What are we going to do? We adopted what we call the MDG goals and said we'll go on these goals and implement it. From all these monies we're going to save, whether it's this, if you talk about security votes, oh, this is the percentage, this is this, this is this. That's how we started to do statistics, to fight poverty. And what did we discuss when we did poverty mapping? That the poorest areas in Anambra State, their problem was access. And I can say to you, go to Anambra State today. We have the best road network of any state in this country. And then we look at it. We went into education. Everybody knew that education was shut down in Anambra State for 2 years. Under a particular government, we said, when I started, we were number 26 in WAEC. I said, no, we must be among the first 10. How are we going to do it? We looked at it and said, okay, the best thing is to return these schools to the church. It belongs to them, and we'll give them money directly. And everything, of course, oh, that was very difficult. Everybody wanted to collapse the whole place. I said, well, you know, my wife will always come back and say to me, Peter, hey, this is you're doing. Do you know people are not happy? These people are not. Why are you always making trouble? These people are not happy with you. This, that, and everything. And I'll always say that. I say, listen, my dear wife, I have one of the most wonderful wife anybody will wish. I will always say to her, listen, Margaret, your problem is that you don't understand. My job is not to make people happy. There's people in the entertainment industry to make people happy. My job is to take the right decision. It's not my job. My job is not to make people happy. My job is to take the right decisions for the benefit of the people. I'm telling you why I was impeached. The only reason why I was impeached is that I was saving money. I said, listen, this is the only country in the world that has a diminishing assets called oil, and they are not saving money. Every other country has it as a law that a portion of this money must be saved. So I said in Anambra State, we must save. It is a critical thing, we must save. And I'll talk about it so when we went to education, I said, I don't want money again to be given to Ministry of Education. Money must go direct to government from our purse to the church. They went and reported to the federal government because their money was involved. Of course, federal government set up a panel which came headed by Governor of Rivers State today. I said, come. I said, money should not be given to ministry. Because I saw that there are so many toll gates that will stop the money from being spent. Give it to the church. When they came and showed them, this is the church school, this is church school, this is our own. Our own was not working. But what happened? In less than 3 years, 2011, 12, 13, Anambra was number 1 in WAEC and NECO. All this was possible because of the change we brought. We started saving money. Everybody would tell me, say, Peter, why are you keeping this money? Why are you doing this? Let me give you the instance. Today, Anambra remains the most financially stable state in this country. If you don't know, the day I left government, 17th of March, 2014, I had in Access Bank, a bank in Nigeria, $50 million, I repeat, $50 million and about 7 billion naira. It's a bank in Nigeria. I'm sure Access Bank people are here. You can go and verify. I have a Fidelity Bank, a bank in Nigeria, 55 A bank in Nigeria, $55 million, and over 10 billion naira. I had in Diamond Bank, a bank in Nigeria, $50 million. What I had the day I left was $155.4 million. By yesterday, in terms of the yield, because we called it future generation money and was supposed to terminate at 2050. By yesterday, it was worth $185 million. If you multiply today, that is about 500. Because when you hear that Peter Obi 75 billion, if anybody doubts it, call me. I know where the money is. I kept it. And on that day, and I said, on that day that I left, as of December 2013, I did not owe any teacher, anybody at the local government level, gratuity. As at the day I left, anybody in the civil service was not being owed gratuity or pension or salary, and no contractor had a certificate that is pending. I was one that bought the highest number of vehicles as a governor from PAN. It's there. They gave me a certificate. From Kaduna, I started Innocence Factory. When Innocence came to Anambra State, I laid the foundation. I laid the foundation of Innocence Factory, and when it was completed, I brought President Jonathan to commission it, and there ordered from him 1,000 vehicles. That 1,000 vehicles, how did I do it? About 600 and something was vehicles for schools. Every single secondary school in Anambra had a bus. Then all the security, all the communities, I bought one pickup for them. All of them, the traditional, I bought one. When I was buying, people say, hey, this is Innocent. It just started. We know whether his car is good. Maybe the brake is not working. Maybe I said, don't worry. Let the number of people that will remain after the other ones die, leave. Let it kill the number of people. That's how that industry is working today. And nobody has been killed. Not one person. And that factory is functional. We went on, and if you see the cost implication, if we had bought foreign vehicles versus Innocent, just like if you see the foreign implication, when people come to me and say, we are going to furnish, like when I was rebuilding the house, we are going to, they will say, hey, this furniture shop in Awolowo Road, this one, I say, listen, if we cannot find anybody to do governor's bed in Aka, then the governor will sleep on the floor. Forget it. There must be a furniture man here that will give me furniture in Aka that will sleep. That's how we brought one Mr. Daja. I used to know him as a small boy. His company has collapsed. I called him and said, listen, you still know how to do furniture? I said, yes. I said, go and do all the bed that is here. Whoever can sleep in it can go and sleep somewhere else, not there. Why am I saying all this? All these things people tell you, this country today can still function on our income and be able to save money. And that brings me to where all of you are guilty. Because yes, I would have agreed with the lady that talked about this, about you. Yes, there's the one way you, but you cannot do anything if you have the type of leadership this country has experienced in several years. We are lost a case of where lunatics took over the asylum. And we must do something about it. We must do something about it. Our leaders have to do what? We need to question their commitment, and that is where you come in. This is the only country we vote people in. They don't have a car. They don't do anything. 6 months, they invite us for housewarming, to wash their car. Instead of calling police, because we know where the money came from, we are busy dancing. Everybody is guilty of it. I have been in a church where I know somebody stole money, and the bishop is saying that wherever he got it from, may he multiply. The man is a thief. The man is a thief. He's a thief, so we should arrest him. He cannot multiply because he's stealing our money. People cannot continue. If anybody in government comes to tell you, everybody have good story to tell. If anybody see you, you write a paper, I've done this road, go to the road. I built a university from the scratch. It's in Ibadan. I built a teaching hospital from the scratch. It's in Oka, the fastest one. So let people say where they did it. Don't tell us in pages of newspaper. Don't give us awards. We want to know. If you say we want to export rice, let's eat the rice first. Let's have it. So all this is for you to take back the government. That is where I join Olisa in asking you. You can be the change. Stop celebrating criminality. Let us say we cannot allow these people. It is your future that they are toying with, including me. We've wasted your time. People are talking about Bill Gates, Steve Jobs. 1 minute.
I'm sure you heard everything Peter Obi said 7 years ago. You see, this man for me is the best man to bring Nigeria out of what it is going through right now. Not only is he intelligent, he is very, very exposed. He knows what he's talking about. The man, we need a leader like Peter Obi. That is my own opinion. Oh. We need a leader like Peter Obi. It is important for us to understand that we need a leader that has vision, that has foresight, a leader that sees beyond where we are right now. You can listen to everything he's saying and the examples he's citing. It makes sense. It makes sense. I keep saying it that it's like Nigerians. They don't like good things, most Nigerians, because I know that we have people that did not even support this Peter Obi movement. We need a man like Peter Obi. I'm sure that you listened, you learned something. This is from 7 years ago. So for those of you saying that this man have been saying it because of election, he has been saying it for a very long time. This is a man with vision, a man with insight, a man with foresight. It's important for us to understand this. I'm not saying this because I don't even belong to Labour Party. But you see, it is important for us to learn how to call a spade a spade. It is important for us to understand, like when you see truth, you say it. And that is who I am. I like to speak the truth. When some of us are supporting Peter Obi, it is not because we belong to Labour Party or no. It is because we know what we want as Nigerians. Peter Obi can give us what we are looking for. This country needs a leader that can push us forward, not leaders that will be bringing us backward. All they think about is how to loot money, how to embezzle money, in fact, all they just do is borrow and share. We don't need that type of leaders. You can hear everything he said. How when they told him about all the government houses, what governor's house that they had, how he dealt with all those things, how he dealt with excess spending. This is what we call a leader with a plan, a leader with a vision, a very smart leader. So it is not about party. Some of us that have been privileged to at least travel out of Nigeria, we know when we see somebody with vision, we know. So it has nothing to do with party. It has nothing to do with tribe. I am not an Igbo person, but I am telling you this because I have the interest of Nigeria at heart. I love Nigeria, and I want somebody with vision, somebody with the right mindset, somebody that is not selfish, somebody that is not greedy to lead Nigeria, because we are tired of suffering. We are tired of everything we are going through right now. Nigeria needs help. The future and destiny of Nigeria is crying out for help. We need somebody that can help us. Look at price of tomato, look at price of onion, look at price of maggi, look at price of pepper, look at everything is scattered. Nigeria is just, is nothing to write home about again. Nigeria as a country is bleeding. Nigeria is bleeding, and the funny thing is that the leaders we have right now, they don't care about you, they don't care about they don't care about anybody. All they care about is what they are going to get out of Nigeria. They have forgotten about why they are there. All they think about is what can Nigeria do for me. They are not thinking about what they can do for Nigeria, which is very, very bad. If we want Nigeria to progress, Nigeria to move forward, we need a leader like Peter Obi, a leader that thinks, a leader that dreams, a leader that sees beyond where he is standing. We don't need somebody that all they think about is what the country can give them, what the country can do for them. That is how you have senators going home with 10 to 15 million naira per month while people are suffering. That is why you have senators riding for 5 cars, 6 cars, 7 cars while people are hungry in the land. That is why you have senators who even their dog eats better than the citizens of the country. That is why you have senators whose newspaper allowance is about ×4 or ×5 the salary of a civil servant. That is why we have in Nigeria senators whose what the personal assistant money is even more than, it's like the 1 or 2 years salary of a civil servant. That is why we live in a country where civil servants and people that are working will be asking that the minimum wage should be increased. It is too bad. It is an error. We need to put an end to it. The government, the country is crying. The citizen is bleeding. Everybody in the country is not happy. We are tired. A basin of garissa is now about 28,000 naira. Dollar is now 1,600 plus. Which way? Where are we going to? How are we going to cope and deal with all these things that is going on in the country? Are we going to continue like this as a people? That is why always I say, let us pray for our country, Nigeria. This country needs help. God needs to deliver us from the hands of these people. These people I call parasitic leaders, parasite leaders. All they think about is how they can make the country. They feed on the country, but they don't want to release and give anything to the country, which is very bad. How can you be taking without receiving? That is what these leaders are doing. Very greedy individuals. Look at how people's life are messed up. Look at how they are frustrating people, frustrating the youth, frustrating the elderly. People can barely feed. People can barely. In fact, some people cannot boast of 3 square meals a day again. Some people even 2 is a problem. Some people even 1. People are now begging to feed. It is too bad. The government have to look at all these things and sit up. And sit up, because people cannot continue like this. People cannot continue like this. When Buhari left office, we are thinking that, okay, things are going to be a little bit better. Little did we know that we are going to see somebody that is worse than Buhari. Little did we know that we are going to see somebody that will make us to be missing Buhari. We are missing Buhari at this point. A lot of people are missing Buhari, not because Buhari did anything good, but because this one is now worse than Buhari. Is worse. How can we live in this type of country? How? So please, I am begging us, let us do well to pray for our country, Nigeria. Nigeria needs help. Nigeria needs help. If we don't pray for this country, I'm telling you, nothing is going to change in this country. People will continue to suffer. I've said it and I'll say it again. If care is not taken, what happened in the Bible may be happening. People may be killing their children and eating for food. And I've said it before, if nothing happens until 2025, the country you are seeing right now, you will not believe it. You will not believe it. So please, let us do well to pray for our country. And as we do, I know that God is going to meet us at the point of our needs in the name of Jesus. Thank you so much for watching the video. Please do well to subscribe to the channel, turn on your notification bell, so whenever I post another video, you'll be notified. If you're a returning subscriber, I want to say thank you to you. Thank you for always stopping by to watch our video. We love and appreciate the support. Please do me a favor, share the video on all social media platforms, share with your friends and loved ones. God bless you as you do so. I'll see you in the next video. You are blessed.
I have good news for you. You will win. It's been written.
I am what I am by the grace of God. As long as that grace does not fail, Satan will never.
This revival you see will not be aborted.